Welcome to another podcast of the current situation Manchester United. This video is going to be based on will Erik stay at Manchester United for the upcoming season. Now, this is something that is coming more into play because seeing that we have gotten decent results lately and that we are in the semi-finals of the FA Cup, persons are coming to the realization that maybe that Sir Jim Ratcliffe might keep Erik for next season and may not sack him. Now, in keeping Erik for Manchester United, it could mean a couple of things, many things. It means that our football that we have been raveling about since even last season, talking about we're not playing the best football, we're not being, expressive enough. The players are not, playing to the optimum ability that we know they can. Not utilizing the squad properly, not playing certain players and playing certain players. All of that plays into whether or not everything will stay for next season. Now, seeing that we're in the FA Cup next round, which is the semi-finals, and if we win the FA Cup, things are looking decent. Things are looking that everything will stay at Manchester United, despite most of us, wants everything to leave. But see, if everything stays, let's come from the angle if everything stays at Manchester United. If everything stays at Manchester United, that means Jadon Sancho has already played his last game for Manchester United. That bond with Erik is not going to be revived and renewed. So get that out of your head. If you're going to choose, and I know a person goes, well, the player is not bigger than the club and the manager is not bigger than the player. If you had to choose which of these entities, manager or the player, you would choose for next season, Jadon Sancho or Erik, which would you choose? I know it's a rhetorical question because I know most people go say, oh, Jadon Sancho all day. Erik can go fishing, whatever. We don't want him at Manchester United. He's not a good manager. But really, for the betterment of the club, is Sir Jim Ratcliffe going to keep everything up for next season if we get top 5 finish and if we go in the Champions League, in the FA Cup final and actually win the FA Cup? Is he going to really stay for next season? Now again, like I mentioned in my last video, Van Gaal won the FA Cup back in 2016 and got sacked. So winning the FA Cup is not like an immune, it doesn't make you immune to getting sacked, man. And again, like I mentioned, LVG played better football with less quality players. So if you had to choose out of LVG or Erik which one of these two managers got the best out of what they had? It had to be LVG. It had to be Louis van Gaal. But see, I'm seeing some persons, man, saying that Erik has turned the corner. What corner has he turned? What corner has Erik turned at this club for him to stay for another season? We have seen what he has done with the money in the summer. Go sign Mason Mount that has really gotten game. He got a game in the he came on against Liverpool on Sunday. Didn't do much really. He spent money on Onana has not been promising as a signing. Albeit this is his first season, but Onana ain't no young keeper, man. This guy is 28 or something. This guy signed Anthony for a big bucks of cash, and he has played nothing good but being trash. He's been a trash player for Manchester United. He's had a few decent games. He scored in the last game, which equalized against Liverpool, and eventually us getting the win against Liverpool in the FA Cup. But he's not really been a good sign at Manchester United, has he, Anthony? So if you measure his signings and you look at the football and the football pitch, it's not really a justifiable reason to say we should keep this guy. It's not really a reason, man. And this is a serious question because maybe Erik doesn't get sacked next season. And see, if he doesn't get sacked for next season, that's a lot of problems in terms of certain players. It means that Jadon Sancho is not going to come out at this club and he's going to get so. You know, some persons, I've seen some comments saying that they don't want Jadon Sancho to stay at Manchester United anyway. They believe that Jadon Sancho is not built for the Premier League. He's not a Premier League player. He's a big ass flop, and he's an egotistical guy. He has a lot of ego. He doesn't abide by the manager. He doesn't respect the manager. Dude, I've said this before. Persons have different takes on Jadon Sancho and everything, but this is not about Jadon Sancho and everything. This is about everything staying for next season, possibly. Persons are seeing that this is not just hearsay or pep talk. This could be a reality. He could stay for next season, and see if he stays for next season, persons are going to question the new regime, the new leadership, the new Sir Jim Rock. Person are going to question Sir Jim Rock and say, I thought this guy was going to get sacked. Why is he staying for next season? What's the angle that Sir Jim Ratcliffe is working here? You say you want change. You say you're making changes, but you're not changing the manager. What's up with that? You have to change your manager to make changes. If you go bring in a football director, a director of football, to get proper players at this club, that there has to be some relation. What man, I'm saying the word. If you're going to get a director of football, Zine, and you know how everything is with his transfers, he has to relinquish. Yes, relinquish is the word I'm looking for. He has to relinquish some of that influence and power from making transfers for himself as the manager. Because there is no way you get a director of football in the club to recruit and get the proper signings that this club needs to progress forward, and you have a demanding manager that wants his players. That's not going to jive. That's oil and water mixing together and he cannot mix. So it has to be one out of the two. If you go get a director of football, this manager cannot have the influence and power that he's had for the last 2 years. And that's if he stays for next season. So something like that has to be talked about, man. If he stays for next season, I need Tombo say, yo, I need this. Dude, look at the players that were linked to last summer. Some persons still want this guy to stay at Manchester United. Manchester United guys want this guy to stay at Manchester United. Why you want this guy to stay at Manchester United? He has not been convincing as a manager. Yes, we have had a couple of wins, and yes, I know some person go say, oh, Erik Ten Hag, is the first manager in the Premier League to beat, Liverpool in successive games at home. Not even Pep Guardiola has done that. Erik Ten Hag just say, dude, certain records doesn't. Dude, look, this guy has broken negative records in the record book. I think he's supposed to be in the Guinness World Record, if you ask me, based on the amount of records he's broken, and it's not good records if you look at the list. It's me. It's not a good list. Some person go say, well, you have to believe in this process. You look at Arteta. Arteta finished 8th twice, and I think he finished 12 or something. Or on 8th or 9th, but he's finished second last season, and he's looking to finish first or second this season. So he's turned the corner at Arsenal. Some persons are not happy with Arteta, but that's a different discussion. I'm not going over the camp of Arsenal right now. What I'm dealing with is Erik Ten Hag capable? Is he competent enough to stay as manager for next season? This has to be talked, man. I'm not going to be waiting until May to be doing a video like this. Cause see, all right, let me try to finish this in 10 minutes. Erik Ten Hag as a manager is not a manager, man. Is not a Manchester United manager by trade or by pedigree. He's no Manchester United manager. He's not a Manchester United manager. Look at the football that this guy plays at Manchester United. It's toxic football. Some persons say it's Ten Laden football. It's anti-football, man. This is not football at all. It's like the players don't look like them know themselves. It's like them seeing themselves for the first time. When it comes down to controlling we don't have this. That's another this a problem. We don't have players that can control the game. Christian Eriksen, as good as he is with his foot on the ball, he's past his best. This is not a 2018 Christian Eriksen. This is a post a hard problem, Christian Eriksen. He's not the same player, and he's not even playing in the position that he should be, which is a number 10. Without players that can control midfield, Kobe Mino is catching on, but he needs a player to partner with in midfield. And we need midfield balance, man. We cannot have Kobe Mino at 18, as I mentioned in my last video, control the midfield. And when we go lose the ball, they have Mark Tomlin and Bruno Fernandes way up so with Rashford, with Garnacho and Anthony and Hoyland. That's four forwards up the center. And you have one man in midfield trying to catch up with your position when we lose possession on the counter attack. And we have a big swamp of space in our midfield. That's not good tactics, man. You have to go sort out something. And see, I'm saying this right now because I'm worried for next season, man. It's good that we're making changes in the upper regime, in the upper echelon of this club, but on the football pitch, if Sir Jim Ratcliffe does not get rid of this guy, there's going to be a lot of questions more than answers. They're going to be questions. The person will say, I thought you were going to sack everything Hawk. I thought you wanted to make proper change for this club. Why is Eric Tonga still at Manchester United? Why is his car still parked at Carrington? Why is this guy not sacked? Person go ask questions like that, man. And see, if he does not get this up, person are going to question the competent the how much I can't even word it, but persons are going to question Sir Jim Ratcliffe, period. Because he's supposed to be the guy that controls the football operations, 25% on the dollar of this club. And as far as persons are concerned, if he's not sacked, Erik ten Hag, then the faith that Man United fans have put into this Sir Jim Ratcliffe brethren is going to wane over time. It's going to die over time. It's going to sour over time. And over time, if he does not get the proper recruitments needed and keep this guy in, there's going to be a lot of questions. Again, there's going to be a lot of questions asked. And Jadon Sancho, for one, is not going to be a player that will be staying at Manchester United. If Erik ten Hag stays at Man United, Jadon Sancho is a finished player at Manchester United. That's I can't even say it any better. So in wrapping up this video, man, how do you see Erik ten Hag? Do you believe Erik ten Hag will stay at Manchester United next season? This is a serious question. Because if he stays at Manchester United next season, there's a lot of questions on the board. There's a lot of if Erik ten Hag stays for next season, dude, seriously, we have seen what he has done with a lot of money. We have seen what he has done with certain transfers. And persons still want this guy to stay at Manchester United because we got a couple of decent wins and victories. He's not the best manager to be leading Manchester United. He doesn't have the pedigree, man. He doesn't have the influence. He doesn't have, as most persons say, he doesn't have the charisma. No, I'm not talking about charisma because, charisma can take you far in managerial. We have seen that with Klopp and Pep and I wouldn't even say Postecoglou, but Postecoglou is doing decent at Tottenham despite losing 3-0 to Fulham. Is me, but the likability of you as a manager, man, you get the feeling that the players, apart from Anthony and whoever played with him, don't like him really as a manager or even as a person. If you want to get the best out of players have to like you as a manager and as a person. Don't believe me, ask Klopp. Don't believe me, ask Pep. They cannot get the best out of your players if you're an unlikable brethren, man. Jose Mourinho can pull it off, But the reason why Jose Mourinho can pull that off is because he demands the respect. What he has contributed to the game since 2004 and even before 2004, straight up until 2010, 2011, where he started to like peak off, has actually given him the default respect already, which in return can be detrimental because that high can be high for so long until it just diminish. And we have seen that with his second tenure at Chelsea. Yes, players, respected him, but again, bro, if certain things happen, man, and you follow to the players and the dressing room starts, the dressing room means not the same, then say your position as a manager is in jeopardy. You're going to get the sack. So as good as a manager was for Jose Mourinho, likable, yes, he has a personality, but certain players, man, they're not going to like how his approach is. You understand? If they want to get game time. So anyway, going back to everything as I finish this video right now on the 16th minute. Again, this is a serious question. If everything stays for next season, what will be Manchester United's expectation for next season? Because we ain't going to get no Champions League. We're not going to get no Champions League. We're not in the top four. We are some points off Aston Villa. What's the plan for next season? We can get EuroLeague at best. We can get EuroLeague, but is that the standards of Is that the standards that we're going off at Manchester United? Settling for EuroLeague. We go change up regime. I mean, hey, it's a process. I'm not saying that we have to turn water into wine overnight. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that with the manager and the players that this guy wants, and he's going to demand in the summer, is this the guy that we should be going for? Personal for me, no, we shouldn't be keeping this guy. He should get the sack. And again, just because you do decent, man, doesn't mean that you're immune from getting sacked. Louis Van Gaal had youngsters playing decent football, having possession against certain sides. We go beat Man City away from home. We go beat Arsenal at home. Rashford came on the scene, go score 2 goals. We did decent in EuroLeague. We got knocked out, yes me, but Martial was a revelation albeit his first season. The player Jesse Lingard, Varela, all of them players, Borthwick Jackson on the left hand side of defense. All those players, man, young players, Rooney, yet although he's past it, was still pulling the strings in midfield, man. And it wasn't a proper squad. Depay, Depay wasn't really hitting form, but we still play decent football with the youngsters we had. You understand? Oh, it's getting dark in here. So you understand? So what I'm saying is this, man. If we cannot be giving this guy more money, and we have seen him, what he's done with the money that we have given him in the past. Mason Mount? Why sign Mason Mount? For what? Mason Mount is not no Frank Rijkaard for AC Milan. This guy is not recall me for Argentina, man. This guy is an English reject from Chelsea. He's a Chelsea reject. I'm going to sign this guy for 54, 55 mil. And we have him as number 7 for Manchester United, Number 7 for Manchester United. And he has really gotten games. And he hasn't been playing well when in the game that he's played. Sign Anthony for like big bucks. Hasn't got the ground running. Malacia, some person say this virgin has disappeared. Some person go say, dude, this virgin has disappeared like Jimmy Hoffa, man. They can't find this guy. Is this guy fit or what? Onana. This is his first season, but he has not been convincing this season, man. So as a manager, his prowess as a manager, a capable manager, do you believe he's going to survive this sack for next season? Leave your comments down below in the comment section as I wrap up on the 19th minute. Leave your comments down below in the comment section, like and subscribe to the channel, hit the bell as well as that so that you can be notified on each upload. I'm out.